We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to break through key support levels. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 8:40 a.m. sent out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see it popping up there within the screen, within the options chain, some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge over the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to test key support levels, but fighting to stay here above 483. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow, what's going on with the inflow versus outflow, and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge over the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot at 9:35 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition here from bright green bars to white with red borders in yesterday's after hours and second half of the day, and continuing to hit white with red borders on 42 vision. Now, if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, under a bear indicator since yesterday at the 490.70 area. It needed to confirm. We talked about that in the live action in yesterday's video, and it went ahead and did, and it dominated over the chart. Support levels were broken through down towards the 47.50 area and all the way down past 485, and it's hitting a support here and fighting to stay above 483 in the after hours. And we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow, right? So that bear indicator, no surprise here. We talked about how we were near 52-week highs and all-time highs on the SPY. Apart from all the news and actual data coming out and so forth, it was at levels in the charts that needed to slow down as we saw it, and it needed to consolidate. Now, it actually extended a lot further than a lot of people anticipated, but it is something to not ignore how fast it's moved, and it's under a bear indicator. And the one that was missing the confirmation of a bear indicator was the 1 hour, right? And as you see it here, it's done a full transition from the rip area to the dip area, and a bear indicator popped up at the 490 area in yesterday's after hours and has confirmed as well. And the support from yesterday was 488. That got broken through right at the open. It tried fighting in the middle of the day to stay above 486.50, came back up to 488, 489, where things rejected in the pre-market and yesterday's consolidation, and quickly came down to test newer support levels, right? And broke through the level of 484.30 and down towards the 43 level here. That was support and pushed things back up to new all-time highs in the last several weeks. So we're at some pivotal levels, as I've been talking about in the previous videos, and here we are now at key support levels. That will they hold, right? That's the question mark, and that's what we're going to break down in today's video and take a look at the inflow versus outflows. Now, in the volatility of the 15-minute, there was a bear indicator dominating since 491, full transition from rip area to dip area yesterday, and it continued to hit dip areas, never came back up to dark green bars, and no bull indicator in this process, right? It dominated since up here and has dominated all throughout today, hitting down towards the lows of the after hours. Now, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflows, and we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are at the SPY, the S&P 500 index, going ahead and having outflows dominate in yesterday's after hours, and it was going to be crucial for these inflows to pick back up to justify any move to the upside. And what happened? They tried to, but right into the open, it was still below, and outflows dominated all day, guys. Even on the pop here, when it tried jumping back up from 486 to 488, almost 489, it went ahead. It was still below the midpoint, had a large amount to still go, and what happened? Quickly switched from green to red, right? And these outflows have hit some of the highest negative outflows that we've seen in the last several weeks and months, right? Since December, we haven't seen outflows beyond this -6 area, right? It hit -8, and right now it's at -6.25. Definitely something to not ignore here. How significant of a move this has been, and it's going to be crucial to watch going into tomorrow how these outflows have slowed down, and will they try to pick back up or continue lower, right? That's what I'm going to be watching going into tomorrow. And then on the 1 hour, those outflows finally cross, right? We talked about how yesterday it was sitting flat, but inflows are still above. They continue to head towards the midpoint and into the open. It was already below and crossed, and it lasted all day, hitting -6.73 on the 1 hour, completing the transition and under a bear indicator. So a lot of weakness here in the bigger picture, and in the volatility of the 15-minute, inflows tried to briefly cross over and quickly came back down, and outflows went ahead and dominated all day as well. So what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys. If these outflows come back down and switch from green to red, pulling away from the midpoint, I'll be watching 483. Then below that is 480. And then I'll be watching if it rolls over that weakness into the 30-minute, even further down, then it's the 478 area. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to cross back over, continue green, reflect that strength into these charts, try to roll over that strength into the 30-minute and get a bull indicator in the process and cross over the midpoint. And the first resistance is 486. Then above that is the 489 area, and then I'll be watching 491. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them. I'm going to watch them closely going into tomorrow as they're leveling off and trying to pick up here on the 15-minute as you see it sharply pushing back up, and I'll be watching if it can roll over some of that strength into the 30-minute or 1 hour as well. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.